It was quite eerie. We knew it was going to rain, and then it rained, and it rained.
We've got a little creek that runs behind us, and that usually overflows if we've had quite a bit of rain. It had overflowed, but not anything to what I thought. So it wasn't until I got to the Waipawa Bridge and I saw the river, and I thought, oh, maybe we did have a bit of rain.
Yes, we've had flooding events, we've had weather events over the years, but that I thought was it, and I was thinking, you know, surely we can't get any worse than that, but as it turned out, we did.
People waking up as it was getting bright and realising this is going to be a big event.
It was the never. No, it was never ever going to happen, and you talk some very old farming families around that have never seen the water where it got to.
I had cattle to take the wire on, and we were on a call out, and I rang up at Stevenson's and said, hey, I'm not going to make it. And they went, no one's going to make it.
We watched the road between us and the state highway fill in with water, and that's when we suddenly realised that we were dealing with something that was a lot bigger than we were used to.
Over the space of about the next hour and a half is when things really started to get going here, and at that time I don't think we even knew that the river monitoring equipment was not delivering us the information we needed.
At the end of Drumhill Road, where the water was filling up, we would go and send our inspectors down there to have a look, and we're watching the water going up and up and up the poles, and we're just thinking if it gets to the bottom of that line, we have to turn it off, and we have no way of feeding that whole coast. But it got higher and higher and higher, and then the rain stopped, and it slowly started emptying out. So
we've seen a lot of water and rivers rise, but never like that. Like to see it come over, stop being down here by the holiday park was just, oh my God.
The 15,000 people in Central Hawke's Bay at that time, we went through that experience together, and we'll always have that, and that will always connect us and unite us. And there are just thousands of people that deserve recognition. I wish I could personally thank every single one of them.
We could hear the stories, but we couldn't leave, because imagine those people on that roof. And we just drive away. We can't leave it till we got them off the roof.
I know that Donald at the local radio station had a bit of a mercy dash to make sure that his radio station, Central FM, was back up online, and I think, thank goodness.
It was a bad situation, but then it brought out the good in some people as well. A lot of people wanted to help.
People that weren't affected just immediately went to the people that were affected.
The community around Porongaho need massive props, and they literally went round the village and picked up the kaumatua on their shoulders and lifted them out and took them away.
Early on, people didn't realise how bad it was. We were carrying single bales of hay up and came up over this rise, and there was nothing there. It had all been washed away.
Our farming communities got absolutely hammered, and the general population in New Zealand haven't necessarily seen that. You can't see it from State Highway 2. You don't see it within a 10-minute drive of Napier Airport. You know, you've got to get 2 hours away from there.
Whenever push comes to shove, there's always been a group or individual people who are always willing to put their hand up and help.
Just come out and help. It's just a great community to be associated with.
We advocate for each other, we help each other, and I think across many things I've seen, nobody looks after Central Hawke's Bay like Central Hawke's Bay.
That bodes well for us for the future, because when we combine together in the time of an emergency, we can take on anything, and it means the future's really bright for us.
Keep doing what you do, Central Hawke's Bay. Bloody proud to be living here, and it's one of those things that you never forget where you come from.
The power of community is just incredible.